All right, how's it going, folks? Let me just get the timer up so people can see. We are going to do some sprinting today, probably. We'll see how we do. How's it going, everyone? Incidentally, I know Margaret Pinard is on. Melissa from Power Play Press is also on. So if anyone would like to go and say hi, by all means. Oh, actually, you know what? I think Melissa just finished her stream, so I think she starts an hour early. Sorry about that. But Margaret is streaming now. She's got a reader, buddy reader tag thing. So if anyone would like to go say hi, by all means. Anyway, how's everyone been? How's everyone doing? Let's say hi to people in the chat. Um, Mama Maggie was like really early, which is cool. Thank you for the support. Um, RC Scott, how's it going, buddy? And I was here a few minutes early as well, saying hi's. And Melissa, hi, how's it going? And Eloise, good to see you. Deirdre, hey, thank you for popping by and smashing the like button. Yes, that is always appreciated for the YouTube algorithm and all that. Yeah, YouTube loves when people smash the like button. So if you don't mind, folks, hit that like button. And if you don't like to smash it, you can like give it a hug, like koalas hug trees. You can do that as well. And whatever floats your boat, really. Let's see. I think I should probably give people an update on what I've been up to as well. I think that's not unreasonable. And other Laura, highs, good to see you. Yeah, exactly. You can hug it out, or you can, some people like to hug it out. Some people like to smash it like an avocado. So I don't know. Whatever floats your boat. Like I like guacamole, which involves smashed avocados, so that's okay. But if you like hugs, like koalas hugging trees, that's okay as well. Oh, RC is cleaning. Cool, cool. Yeah, it sounds like a good Saturday chore, Sunday weekend chore thing. I don't envy you. That's the truth of it. So let's see where I got up to. I'm going to show you the spreadsheet because I think that probably conveys what I've been up to best, or what I have not done. Sadly, yeah, you'll see. Let me just get the spreadsheet open. Yeah, guacamole. I do like guacamole. The only issue I have with most guac is they have coriander, and I don't do coriander. I'm sorry. I just can't do it. Can't do coriander. Really sorry. Okay, so let's see. Hey, Melissa, I was just saying to people that people, if they wanted to pop in, I know your stream just ended not long ago, but I was actually there. I should have said hi, really. Sorry about that. But yeah, thank you for popping by and hitting the like button. I did say, if people wanted to go pop by, they should have done that. But yeah, Melissa was live earlier. Go catch the replay because that's a cool thing to do. Spreadsheets, yes, spreadsheets. I don't know. Come on. I think spreadsheets for tracking and stuff. It's got its place. Cilantro, no, no cilantro or coriander. Come on. Oh, hey, Jocelyn. Good to see you. Thank you for popping by and giving it a like. Thank you. And Melissa says I'll be working on budgeting, some journaling, and hopefully some actual writing. Nice. Yeah. You, I think you've got like huge goals and stuff. Like I can't, I can't even compete. Anyway, let's see. So the week started. So what are we? The 14th today. So the week on the 8th, which is basically where I missed. So yeah, that's what happened. I took the 8th of Jan off, which is unfortunate, but there we go. I have work tomorrow, says Melissa. Martin Luther King Jr. Day. Yep. It's going to be a holiday in the US, so happy holidays there for sure. As you can see, I took the 8th of Jan off, which it's not the worst thing ever. Like, no one's going to get hurt or die or anything, but I officially started work. Well, I started back on the 3rd of Jan, having taken like 2 weeks off, basically about 2 weeks off. And it was slow going, I gotta say. So I did 1, 2, so 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th Jan, and then I had to take a break basically. After that, so I took a day off essentially, and yeah, what can I say? Melissa says, Jocelyn, many unicorns and cowboys. Yes, I do like that because that's like Jocelyn's signature, right? You see her and it's always unicorn cowboy. It's cool to have a signature. So for my bit, I basically did quite a few sprints, 3 sprints a day over here, 3 sprints a day, and that was for, let's see, 5 days. So I did 5 days in a row, and then I took a day off, and then I decided to increase. So this is where I went from 3 sprints per day over here for 4 days, and then I increased it to 4 sprints a day on the 9th of Jan. Actually, that should say 3. I'm going to update that right now because let me remove that, and then I'm going to put the border around here. Over here, when I started with 4 sprints. Oh no, hold on. That was no, over here. There we go. Right here. You know what it is? It is 4 sprints. This should say the 9th of Jan. Is that right? Because there's 10th of Jan here. So someone's lying here. Anyway, this is the 9th of Jan, right? 9th of Jan. So yeah, I'm going to highlight this over here and then put the bracket back down there. Anyway, so I increased it to 4 sprints per day over here, and that's where I'm at. So I've done 4 sprints, and I took the 11th off over here. So I took Jan 24 off, and then I'm back on it. So I got to do my 4 sprints today. We shall see if I get to it. I'm hoping I'll get to it, but yeah, it's a busy day. Yesterday was really busy over here where I am. But there you go. So I've been doing stuff. You know, it's not like I haven't been doing stuff. It's just it's slow to pick up, I find, and I don't know if you notice as well the word counts. These are just estimated word counts over here. Just estimated word counts. If I extrapolate it to an hour, because I only do 8 minutes, I only write like I don't know anything between 150 and 300 something words. So these are extrapolated figures per hour. Because I think it's nice to standardize it. So if you wrote for an hour, this is what you would reasonably expect to get. Anyway, that's what I'm going to be working off. So I'm expecting about, because I built in a buffer as well. If I write for an hour and I'm not very productive, I only get 50% of my average, right? I would get 1,167 words per hour, roughly. So the goal for me this month is to build up the 4 writing sprints per day, and then I'm going to increase it to 5 and hopefully to 6 writing sprints per day by March. Okay, so you can't, it's like a marathon, right? You can't just go from 0 to 100 without any practice. You have to kind of build it up, right? You can't just, well, I can't anyway. Cowboys, the cowboys riding unicorns. I'm sure some cowboys are, you know, some cowboys probably are. Column C, let's see. No, column C is my estimated word count. So if I do 8 minutes and I get like 250 words, let's say, that's 250 words in 8 minutes. How many would I be able to write in 1 hour? And that would be what this is, basically. Hey, Michael, good to see you. How's it going? That's for each sprint, but that's more like a estimated, extrapolated, if you like, extrapolated word count. You know, that's not an actual word count. I can't write that fast. I wish I could. Melissa says, I think this progress looks great. Thank you. You're showing up to do the work. Yeah, exactly. I have to be consistent. I find if I'm not consistent, that's where it all kind of falls off the wagon really badly. I do have ups and downs. So, you know, that's something I just have to manage in my life. I don't have a choice about that. I have ups and downs, and some days are better than others. It's just something we gotta think about. Ellie says, "Oh, thank goodness." Yeah, no. You are doing fine. Like I only write 150, 200, 250, maybe 350 words per 8-minute sprint, which is decent. It really is decent. It's not bad. Oh, hey Emma, good to see you. Hi, sweetie. She's saying hi, Eloise. Hi, Melissa. And hi's back to Emma. Ups and downs. Yes, exactly. So yeah, I mean, especially when there's like, challenging things in life, or perceived challenges, because everyone has different levels of what they consider. Well, I'll tell you something, right? Some people get freaked out over the smallest things, whereas other people look at that and go, that's nothing. So I guess what I'm trying to say is different people react to different things differently, and we have to do what we can with what we have as best we can, and maybe be less judgmental or less harsh with ourselves and others, because we don't know what others are going through. Highs from Emma, highs to Emma, and other Laura. Proper. Are we gonna call? Okay, is this the new nickname for Emma? The proper Laura. that's probably it. I'm gonna call proper Laura from now on. Hi to RC. Ellie says I write probably half that because half of the 8 minutes is staring at this. Ooh, actually, that is an important point that you bring up. Now, okay, I'm just going to show you over here on the spreadsheet, just taking a look broadly, just in 1 week. Okay, you'll see very quickly that the min and max varies like hugely. Okay, this is 2385 looks like the max over here. Okay, so if it doesn't do a min and max, yeah, okay, min and max. So the minimum estimated words is 1335. The maximum estimated words per hour that I can write is 2385. Now that's 1,000 word difference, actually more than 1,000, 1,050 words difference. And the reason for that, in my experience anyway, is when I know what I want to write and I write it, I end up getting close to the max. But if I don't know what I'm going to write, as it's not formulated in my head yet, okay, I don't quite know how the story's unraveling, or I don't know what the story's about, or I'm just making it up on the fly, then I end up getting close to 1335. Okay, so this is where a bit of planning ahead will really help. So if you plan ahead and you know what you want to write, and you know roughly what's going to happen, you will probably end up closer to the max of your speed. Whatever your speed is, you'll end up closer to the max. Whereas if you don't know if you don't know what you're gonna write, and you just say just go and write it, well, you don't know what you're gonna write. And if you don't know what you're writing, then you're gonna end up with a lower word count because you're making it up and you're thinking during the writing. And that's one of the things you should not. Well, I say you should. I do not. It's up to you if you want to do this. It's completely up to you. But I do. I try not to make it up when I'm writing. Writing is writing time. It's not planning time. It's not plotting time. It's not outlining time. Writing for me is writing time, and that's where I get the maximum word counts. When you scroll back, you can see it fluctuates. It really does fluctuate, hugely actually. So I'm going to highlight all the three per day sprints, and we'll just look at it. Okay, the min was 1,500, the max was 26. Okay, so over 1,000 words difference, and that is literally, for me anyway, that is what I attribute the reasoning for why there's such a discrepancy. And you can see it's consistent. Even if 4 sprints a day, it's over 1,000 words difference, and that is exactly the same reason. In my experience, I've been doing this for a few months, so since October. So solid every single, not every single day. I do take some days off, like this one here. I took November 11th off, and I missed a couple here, 18th, 23rd, December 1st. December is a little bit tricky, I would say. I tried to do 10 minutes and it didn't work. I lost concentration. So then I dropped it back down to 8 minutes, but I increased it to from 2 to 3 times a day, and so on. You can see I do skip days, but on the whole, I'm trying to be consistent. And if I do fall off the wagon, I try and get up straight away, essentially. Anyway, a little rant over, sorry. Hi, Melissa, from Emma. Hi's from Emma. And Mama Maggie. Oh, Mama Maggie is here really early. She's back, by the way, which is good. Thank you. Eloise says, come on, Andy, where's those min-max formulas and the graphs? Yeah, I don't know. Ooh, you can't see the min-max, can you? Oh, that's because it's hidden by the banner. Oh, oh dear. Well, that was stupid. Okay, so let's do this again. So stupid of me. You highlight the all the numbers that you're looking at, and then you just look at the bottom. I've got the min and max over here. Okay, um, and that's how I do it. It's so easy. Just min of 1335, max of 2385, and I was showing the 3 minute sprints as well over here on the whole. My min of 1500 and max of 2600 something. But basically, you can see it's very obvious. It's like over 1,000 words. If I'm thinking in between, if I'm thinking, I'm doing less words. That's just how it is because you've got to allocate time to think. And yeah, what can I say? we got to think before we write. Some people like me have to think before I write. You know, I know some people are like super talented and all that kind of stuff, and I envy those people. But that's not me. That's not how I do it. So I got to be consistent. No graphs for now. For now. Michael says, shameless plug, 3-nut stream on my channel tomorrow, 9 a.m. Eastern. We'll be playing a fun game. Hope to see you there. Yes, by all means. In fact, feel free to plug a link. You know, I don't know if you got a link. Mom Maggie says, hi, Emma, and thank you for popping back. Mom Maggie, I saw your video. I'm going to try and watch it later today if I can. Thank you. I don't know if it's impressive. I'm really, really worried. I'm seriously worried. In fact, you can say I'm scared that the quality of my words and the quality of the story is not going to be there. That's kind of my biggest worry. So yeah. Ooh, this is high praise coming from book coach Emma. When she says it's impressive, you know it means something. Thank you. So let's see. Oh, he says, I completely agree though. Knowing what I'm going to write makes it easier. Yes, until it gets to the action scenes. I do struggle with action scenes. I've been practicing, so that's part of my practice. I practice random scenes, like dialogue scenes, description scenes, action scenes, building up tension scenes. So I am trying to practice a wide variety. But there's no telling how well I'll write until I actually write. Spreadsheets! Richard! Good to see you, buddy. Thank you. Yeah, sorry about that. I didn't realize I was covering up the bottom bit. Ay. This spreadsheet needs graphics. It does, but not on this stream, not today. Maybe later, I don't know. We'll see. It's not about quality. You're filling the sandbox at this point to build the brilliant works. Yeah, that's the thing, right? So this is my reasoning for why I want to write fast. And I haven't even started dictation. I could actually try dictation. That might be even faster. Now, the reason I place so much emphasis on trying to get my word count per hour as a benchmark to hopefully get it at 2,000 or so words, right? I mean, average, but potential average words per hour. So I'm just building in like a safety factor. Let's call it 2,000, let's say. And I'm gonna have to bring out the calculator. Let me whip out the calculator because I think you need to see what I mean. And it'll be really obvious once I demonstrate it. I know it seems silly, but oh, that's a big calculator, isn't it? Okay, so here's the deal. If you want to write a novel, and novel lengths vary, I get that, but let's say you have a standard novel starting point of 50,000 words, right? This is just the starting point. And if you write 2,000 words a day, it will take you 25 days. If you wrote every day and you wrote 2,000 words a day, you would finish your novel in 25 days. Okay, this is not including the plotting and the planning and the research and all that stuff. Just writing time. And that's actually what I'm aiming for. If I can write one novel a day, one novel a day. I mean, if I can write one novel a month, or in about 1.5 months, including my plotting and research time and all that stuff, right? If I can do a novel in 1.5 months, potentially I can just throw away the first like 2 or 3 or 5 novels, right? Because what's it matter? Now, I know it doesn't sound really professional to say that, but if I'm writing this kind of word count, every single day, right? Yeah, I'll take that. I'll take that. So, um, yeah, I would definitely take that. And you can finish writing one novel in 1.5 months. So let's say 2 months. Even if you took 2 months, right? You can write 6 novels in 1 year because that's 12 divided by 2. So you be able to write 6 novels in a year. And then you can refine them and improve on the next one and so on. It's kind of like sitting exams. If you go to sit an exam, it doesn't matter what the exam is or what the topic is. The first time you do the test or the exam or the practice test, you are never, ever, 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 ever going to be perfect. And that's just reality. That's why we do test runs. That's why you do driving tests, kind of mock exams, that kind of thing before the actual test, right? You don't go into the actual test without having ever done a trial run of sorts. So anyway, that's the reason why I'm kind of super keen on trying to get my word count up to about 1,000 to 2,000 words per day. And my way of doing that is to increase the right number of sprints, because I reached a max of 10 minutes over here. I tried 10 minutes for a few days, twice a day, and I just could not get into it. It was just too much. So I dropped it back to 8 minutes, and 8 minutes I'm very comfortable, and I include 3 to 4 minutes of minor editing, 5 minutes max, no more than that. And I think I'm quite comfortable with that. So there we go. That's my process. Andy and pressing. Andy pressing. Oh no, Richard. Ay. But also I do what I say and not what I do, because I spend too much time. I spend too much time about quality, but yeah, you got to have a balance. It is a balance. So I don't have the studies, but the from what I remember, the people so there were 2 test groups, right? One test group was tasked with, I think it was a photography or some kind of artistic endeavor project. They had 2 groups. One would spend all their time perfecting, perfecting, and perfecting, and the other one would just go out and shoot photography or whatever it was. They just shoot every single day, right? But the other group had to do one that was just perfect. Only one, but it's got to be perfect, right? Anyway, which group came out on top? The one that did most practice came out on top. And this is kind of where I'm at. I'm trying to do as much practice as I can. I'm not saying it's going to be perfect. In fact, my first sprint over here, oh my God, it was horrendous. My God, it was bad, right? But then in between then and now, like the last few that I've written, I know it's random bits of writing, but the last few I've written have felt better quality. They've built on stuff. They've made certain points, build up suspense and all that kind of thing. Even the description and dialogue getting better. So yeah, there we go. It's got to be about practice, I think. Okay, poor choice of words. You know what I mean, other Laura. Ah, cheeky. Where did I leave that? Yeah. Feel free to plug a link, Michael. It bothers me that Andy's calculator doesn't have comma delimiters. I don't know. I'm not gonna discriminate against comma versus dot delimiters. Yeah, I know what it means, and that's all that matters. Okay, I was whipping out a calculator just to show people how and why the word counts of about 2,000 is where I want to end up every single day. So if I can write 2,000 words, that's kind of my aim. And Richard, get you. Yeah, I was whipping out his calculator. It's true. Fiction writing is a piece of indeed. Yeah, well, I don't think I disagree with that, but I guess it's the quality of the drink. Michael says, Andy, if I can write 1 novel a day, yeah, I don't think I could. Seriously, no. Just no. It's a quote that, yeah, okay. Family friendly, though. Yes, please. Fiction writing is a piece of P***S. Quoted from Chris Kenny. Don't know, you want to make that a t-shirt. Ooh, speaking of t-shirts, I need to get my some merch by Amazon Designs up. Maybe this week. I don't know when I'm gonna do that. Much better. There we go. Book Coach Emma says, this version of a quotation is far better than this version. You got it in writing where Emma says, actual proper Laura says it's much better. Ay, ay. Lasai indeed, exactly. Exactly, Mama Maggie. It was photography. I looked it up. I researched it like ages ago, and I just can't remember where I found it. But it was really interesting reading. They had bunch of people and everything. It's good. Merch by Andy. Yeah, it is actually merch by Andy, although it doesn't have any brands on it. Oh my, indeed. It doesn't have a pen. No, it does not. In fact, my merch stuff is. It really brings me to the graphics days, right? Because it has to be simple stuff. Because I can't really do complicated design. Proper author Laura. Yes, she is. She is a proper author, and I love her. So yeah, be nice, behave. Yeah, she is very good. In fact, actually, she's a book coach, and she's got gigs on Fiverr. So if anyone wants to go check that out, by all means. Anyway, what say we look at potentially doing a sprint? I think we might have to do a sprint. I'm not sure what I'm going to do on the first sprint. There's so much snow. I think I'm going to have to shovel. I might go and do some shoveling on the first sprint. Exciting times. Can we call merch by Andy Mandy? No, we're not doing that. It's graphics. Yeah, exactly. I don't know. Soon. Yeah, unfortunately, it's kind of what it does. Tim, I said it was going to be social and productivity sprints. There you go. Exactly. We're going to do some sprints at some point. Unfortunately, such is life. Such is life. And I'm thinking we're going to go do a half an hour one because I probably need about half an hour going and shovel. Hey, we had a huge amount of snow. Yes, absolutely. If I can, I may be shoveling. Emma, Eloise, she has to sprint off to the airport. Okay, cool. No worries. Have a safe trip, and hopefully everything's okay. Have a good weekend. Have a good time sprinting and socializing. Yes, have fun. Cool. You seriously, other Laura, you. I was out there yesterday shoveling like huge amounts of snow. So a lot of people cannot understand what I mean by huge amounts of snow. And the best analogy I've got is if you imagine like those huge bottles of water, right? Those big, massive jugs of water, and you had those on your driveway, and that's what you had to move up and down the drive in order for you to get your car off the drive. That's basically what you're looking at, you know. So it's not great. Eloise saying bye to everyone. Cool. Just a monthly unpaid Uber trip to yeah, unpaid Uber trip. Outrageous. Should write him a receipt and claim it as a business deduction. Interrupting, or it'll be like I don't know. I'm just guessing, but maybe it could be research into a story that involves an airport scene. That could be a business deduction. It's no joke. Yeah, it really isn't. It's horrible. There's barely any snow. Yeah. Oh, Michael. Seriously, what I would trade for no snow. No snow pandas. Sorry, but there is a mountain of snow in front of my house now. It's expect a blizzard of puns. What? Other Laura. Okay, I only want snow if I don't have to leave the house. Yeah. The problem is you need groceries. You need to eat. People need to go to work, and then it all goes to like just imagine massive bottles of water, fully loaded bottles, right? I'm not talking empty bottles, right? Fully loaded bottles of water, and you have to move them, and you've got a shovel so you can push the water around, the bottle of water around. But most of the time, you probably have to push and lift, so it's actually quite tiring. It's exhausting work, Exactly. Yeah, agreed. That was a good pun. Mm, don't encourage him, please. Yeah, no, please don't. Okay, cool. Let's do a half-hour sprint because we are at nearly. Oh, actually, we are at half past. So yeah, let's do a sprint. I'll see you guys in half an hour. Sprinting now. Okie dokie, we are back. I'm going to stop the short break because we don't need that. We're going to be chatting for a bit. Let's just update this banner. Okay, chatting in progress. Incidentally, if anyone is interested, Esther is actually streaming as well, so feel free to go pop by and say hi. And just a reminder, if you haven't, hopefully everyone's done that, but if you haven't, hug the like button like koalas hug trees. You know, I found out something kind of disturbing about koalas the other day. It wasn't very. I don't know if I can share it over here. Like, oh, thank you, Richard. Thanks for popping back after a half an hour break. Do I wanna? Koalas news. Okay, so this is basically it. Koalas have some kind of thing, and then it's like STD related, and oh dear, it's really bad. Actually. Okay, so this is. I don't know if anyone wants to read this, but yeah, koalas are really really cute, and I don't know what the news is. Yes. Let me just hide that so you can see what I'm talking about. Oops, sorry. Here we go. Okay, remove myself there. But yeah, these are the news bits. This is from May 2023, so it's been a while ago. But yeah, there's some issues with koalas and having STDs from humans, and yes, what can I say? It was a big thing. You know, they were dying from STDs, and climate change wasn't making it worse. Anyway, so on that bright note, what did you guys do? I'm curious. Let's see. Let's see. Where did I stop? Okay, so yeah, Esther streaming. Richard popped back. Thank you. Emma, as usual, she's got such a nice laugh. She does. And oh my, don't click that one. Exactly. Yeah. Let me see. Productive worry, Richard? Absolutely not. Yeah. Oh well. Let's see. What was he going to click? Pandas are better than koalas. Yes, on that front, I think we're gonna have to agree. But yeah, it wasn't family friendly, but it was more like because I was mentioning koalas hugging trees, and if you want to do that, you can do that to like button. I thought it was kind of, it's kind of related, right? So it was related, and I didn't say anything. I was just showing people what the news was about. I want to know about koalas. Okay, I've already done the koalas thing. I can't repeat it. Yeah, don't repeat. Maggie says on 4 streams right now. Andy, Esther, Jules, and Stephanie. Oh, cool. Yeah, feel free to plug those links. Please, yes. I don't know how they got those. I don't know how they got contracted the diseases. I don't really want to know. I just know it's a thing. that's as far as I need to go really. I'm okay, and I hope they'll be fine. Let's hope the koalas will all be fine. Melissa made some good budgeting planning progress. Ooh, nice. I do like a good budget discussion. I do like that. I don't know if anyone caught the stream that I was on with on Rich's channel the other day with Emma, James, and Martin. It was really good actually because we had a chat about towards the end anyway about investing and the importance of doing your research and due diligence and stuff like that. Yeah, anyway, I just brought back some memories about that because budgeting, it's really important. The difference, so if anyone pays for a mortgage or has had a mortgage, or knows of someone who's got credit card or whatever kind of debt, so you should really think about budgeting for sure. And I think the key for me anyway was a 1% increase in costs. And if you think about a mortgage, right, it's a long-term kind of really long-term debt. We're talking anything from 10 to 30 or longer, it depends how long you hold it. But basically, if it's like a long-term debt kind of thing, 1% of an increase in cost has a huge, like a massive, massive change on your profitability over the long term. So it's a compounding thing, right? 1% this year is 1% next year. It's 1% extra on the second and third and fourth and fifth year. And by the time it gets to 10 years, you're like, bloody hell, where did all the money go? And that's kind of why budgeting is important. And equally on the other side of it, like the investing side, that's also very important. Um, you know um, anyway, so there we are. That's my rant. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not giving financial advice, but basically that's what it is, right? A small change in budget can have a huge impact down the road. It's basically what I want to say. Mama May, sadly, there are places where this disease exists in the soil and water due to yes, that's right, untreated human waste. That's what it was, and it leaked into the system, the water system that the koalas had, I think, and that was the issue. Because it's not like koalas were actively actively trying to contract these diseases, right? You know what I mean? It's they were just existing. They're just hugging trees, and they just ate and slept where they normally do, and yeah, it's really sad. There we go. Oh, thank you for popping those streams. If anyone would like to go and say hi, there's a couple of streamers right now, so feel free to pop by, stream, hop a little. It's all good. It's all good. Yes, exactly. Not financial advice. If anyone needs financial advice, you need a fiduciary, preferably. I'm just writing that word down. It's such a good word, fiduciary. Ooh. But yeah, those guys or those people, fiduciaries, they are not easy to come by, and they have a very high level of integrity. The only thing I would say is they are more expensive, because they have a legal obligation to do what is right for you, regardless of whether they make money or not. And yeah, so that's it is what it is. It is what it is. But yeah, just make sure you if you're doing any investing, Oh, Richard, look at that flex, buddy. I love it. Look at that. Look at Richard says, I used to have a mortgage. Check that out. So, by the way, if anyone's listening on the replay, that means Richard's minted right now. I'm not sure how minted, but he's minted. He's got no more. He used to have a mortgage. So now basically he's got like a load of money right now just sitting around. Incidentally, make sure you're still a young guy, you're still a young man, so make sure you use that wisely. Don't one of the things about compounding is time, and time is something at the moment you have on your side. If you leave it for 5 years, 10 years, you are basically eroding that factor of time, which is really important for long-term investing. So think about that properly. This discussion is interesting. Incidentally, interest, it's okay for a bit, but you can see the stock market has ramped up hugely over the past year and a bit, and anyone who missed out basically lost like on a load of gains. So Melissa says, good point. Little changes over time apart. Yes, that is absolutely it. And this is why I'm trying to practice my writing every single day, because a little bit of a change, a little bit of improvement, a bit more practice here and there, trying different scenes, trying different dialogues, trying different methods of writing, first person, third person narrator views and all that kind of stuff. I'm not like, I failed. Well, I didn't fail, but I got really bad grades in English literature, right? And I'll be honest, it still weighs on me. It still weighs on me. It makes me think I may not be able to write that well. It's always at the back of my mind that I may not be cut out for this, but I got to try. So that's what I'm trying. I'm doing my best. Now Maggie says insurance and mortgages are the worst. Our payment fluctuated in a 300 range every quarter because of the way our state handles. Okay, yeah, that's interesting. But if you know it fluctuates, I would probably budget for the higher end, and then if it doesn't come in, because it's not going to always come in on the higher end, right? So those months or courses where it does not come in on the higher end, you use that money some other way, right? But yeah, again, not financial advice. Fiduciary due diligence, yes, exactly. I think that's really important. Whatever you do, including self-publishing or whatever service that you choose to use, and yeah, you should try and do your due diligence for it, for sure, for sure. I there are some services that have been pumped up by other people that I kind of don't agree with, yeah, flat out, and I probably won't be using those services. And I put out a video about that. Thank goodness it has not got a lot of hate. I'm just grateful for that. But we're talking like big influencers. These people have close to 100,000 subscribers, some of them, right? And I'm on my dinky little channel at just over 1,000 subscribers over here. So I'm going against the grain a bit. But yeah, do your due diligence, and if you're not comfortable with it, just don't use it. It's fine. And yes, it is a fantastic flex, Richard. It really is. To have that accomplished so young is impressive. It shows a huge amount of discipline, actually. Anyone who can pay down their mortgage, keep their debt under control, demonstrates financial discipline. And we should recognize that. You should recognize that. But at the same time, it doesn't mean you take your foot off the gas. You got to make sure it counts. When you're doing really well, it doesn't mean you just slack off and do nothing. If anything, you should put your foot on the gas to take advantage of how good you are doing. That's when you really supercharge your edge, as it were. You got something extra, and you got to use that. That's like your strength. Got to use it. Now Maggie says adding 100 for the principal to your monthly payments will get you ahead one payment every 1 to 2 years. I made 2 payments a month and paid off the farm in 8 years. Then our house was, oh no, oh man, that is heartbreaking. That is heartbreaking. But yeah, if you pay it off early, that's and yes, banks hate it when you work to pay off the note early, because that's how they make money. Like, banks make money by lending you money. Like, the best person the bank would love to lend is someone who pays their bills on time, all the time, and doesn't question what the expense is. They will love that kind of customer. It is a lot of money. Hubby hates it, but I make him pay the highest amount because the extra goes to print. Yeah, exactly. I don't really want to get into my stuff, but basically that's it's not rocket science. If you pay a bit extra over time, like, about mortgages. If it's a 30-year mortgage, which is really common in the US, by the way, for those who are not in the US, but if you're doing 20 to 30-year mortgage and it's fixed for the whole time, like the interest rate is fixed, that's a huge amount of money that you can save over the lifetime of the mortgage, right? Yeah, getting a new house put us back into debt, but yeah, I feel really bad for you, but that's a tough hand to get handed. That's painful. I'm disciplined, but hubby wants to buy hockey tickets. We are balanced. Speaking of hockey tickets, I don't know anything about hockey tickets, but I do know that back in the day, like I think it was 2020, just before the crash, there was a lot of hype about NFTs. So in the crypto world, NFTs, and there was a lot of hype about Pokemon cards and stuff like that. All I can say is I don't know how those are doing. I don't, but that's not something I'm prepared to put my money on. So Richard says, Emma, do a hockey romance. The characters have to Oh my god. I'll keep the puns coming. They're good. They're good. Okay, I don't know how NFTs really work, but me personally, as in myself, not financial advice, but this is what I like to do. I like to invest in things that produce something. Okay, so what I mean by that is like if you buy a business, what's it doing? What's it doing for you, right? So the business has to, like property. Property is real estate is a really simple business to understand. You buy a house, you rent it out, the tenant pays you rent. That's it. That's it. You get rental income. Rental income is your money. You pay off the mortgage or you pay the mortgage interest minimum, right? So mortgage interest or the cost or whatever offsets the rental income, and the net between the two is either your profit or loss. Hopefully it's a profit, but it might be a loss. It's never guaranteed. Anyway, businesses that produce something, generate income, generate profit is what I like to do. And my issue with NFTs and to an extent crypto and other things that I don't really understand, like baseball cards and hockey cards. I'm not saying there's no value in it. That's not what I'm saying. But I don't get that value unless I sell it. Whereas if I buy a business that has value in it right now, like you buy a property, it generates rental income right now, you know? And I don't have to sell the property, I still get rental income, if you know what I mean. So it doesn't have to be property itself. It could be you buy a business, it generates income. After the expenses, you get a dividend payment. That's basically it, So these are they're, I don't know what they're called, like working assets or something like that, functional assets or something. Anyway, that's my kind of thing. I don't with like crypto, NFTs, cards, antiques, those kind of things. Those are fine if you know how to value them, and those are fine if you're happy just to hold them because they may not do anything. Like if you buy a really expensive antique, it will hold value probably, right? Probably, but it doesn't do anything. It just takes up space in my living room. You buy a grandfather clock that's made in the 1500s. Is it expensive? Yeah, it's really expensive, but it doesn't do anything for me. It doesn't give me money every month, and I kind of like my monthly or weekly or quarterly dividends, that kind of thing. Oh yeah, big excitement, hockey romances. Yeah, I think Emma maybe should try one of those. Why not? It might not really be your thing though. Yeah, it's not really a sports romance thing. You know, I don't know. Are you a sports romance person? I'm terrible. I feel like I should know this. I don't think you are. I don't think you're a sports romance person. I hope I'm right. Oh my god. I'm in so much trouble if I'm wrong. And HK is here. How's it going, HK? Says I saw the koala bear rubbing the like button. Aww. So poking the like button with a long stick. Thank you, HK. Thank you. Thank you for lurking as well. Appreciate you. Um, appreciate you being here. And highs. Here in Colorado, says Mom Maggie, they are trying to charge an extra tax against landlords, and some areas passed rules against individuals owning more than one residence. Yes, exactly. So that's what I mean. Like, if you're a landlord, this is part of the game. This is part of the game. You need to know, and this is part of why I always say you have to do your due diligence. If someone or state or a company can change the rules at any time, you have to at least be aware of that. And if you do decide to put your money there, that's a risk you have to be comfortable with. And yeah, it's true. If they change the rules and you get screwed over, what can I say? Business is business, and that's how it is. But that's part of the reason why we should, do due diligence and all that. Sporting romance called that. No, no, we are not doing that. Sorry. No, if I swear, if Laura does that, if proper Laura does that, I'm not sure. It's going to be a new low in our relationship for sure. That's not her style, I don't think. Do a darts romance. Darts. Ooh. That's like right on point. That could be the title of the book, right on point. On point. There you go. On point. A darts sports romance. Ooh. And yeah, hi, you guys, and hi, Annie, hi, HK. No, come on, Richard. How am I going to repeat? I can't repeat that. It's called the dartboard. It's called the bullseye, I believe. Bullseye, not anything. Don't misspell that, please. No, he says it causes issues for renters who work in the area and the business owners who have bought houses. Yeah, exactly. It's a complex issue, so yeah, businesses have to decide how they're going to play that. Really. Dear, other Laura, I can't. No, don't do puns like Richard. You got to up your game a bit. Richard's puns. No, please don't. We've already got one, Richard. Um, yeah, I don't know about socialism, capitalism, whateverism. Like my view is, if you live in a country where you get a vote, then go and vote. And beyond that, we have to live with what we have. Like I'm not a politician, so I can't. I literally cannot change legislation. I cannot change the law. I cannot do a lot of things. But what I can do is decide where I'm gonna for example, invest or buy or whatever. I can decide what brand of chocolate I'm going to buy. So that's how I make my choices. Only certain men can. God. Oh my goodness. Oh dear. Sports supernatural romance, Mom Maggie says. A water nymph is trapped in the ice at the local ice rink. She is lonely after the Zamboni driver owner dies. The local hockey captain meets her and has to save the rink. Ah, interesting. That is one. Yeah. To save the lovely nymph who has been trapped inside for decades. That's a long time to be trapped, I'm going to say. No, I'm definitely not going to run for a political office anywhere, either side of the pond. Not for president or prime minister. I think there's prime ministers in the UK and Canada. And I'm not even a US citizen, so there's definitely no chance I can be a president. 100%. Yeah, vote with your wallet and vote with your voting rights if you have that in your region. That's how you make your voice heard. And if you don't vote, that's what can I say? Welcome to California East. Aww. Emma says I've had to. Okay. No worries. I'm just saying we're just chatting about you writing sports romance. I don't think you write sports romance, do you? And if she says she does, I am in so much trouble. I'm pretty sure she doesn't, but if she does, oh dear. I'm in big trouble. Anyway, Mama Maggie says Andy doesn't want to get marked unsafe by political parties. It'll be like all political parties will be marking me as a threat of some kind. Like, I don't know. Politics is a really it's a difficult topic for many people, and everyone has such polarizing views. But I think it's important to recognize that we are all still, can we not just be friends still? We can have tea and coffee and have a muffin or cake. You can have cake, I can have pie, and we can still be friends, right? I don't mind you have cake. You can have your cake. In fact, I'm more than happy to give you my cake as well. But we can still be friends and talk about these things. I think that's important to remind ourselves of. For some people, I find maybe are less tolerant, and I think maybe we should bring some of that back and be more tolerant. Kofi, exactly. No cake for me, thank you. You can have my share, Richard. Thank you. Mama says California is where only the uber rich can afford to live in the pretty places and are okay with those in the service industry living out of their car. Oh, in the forest, as long as they get, as long as they get their Starbucks and gourmet pizza. Yeah, the system is the system. It's tough. Hold on, let's have a look. I am trying to see if Emma has written romance sports stories, and I'm pretty sure she doesn't. Yes, okay, there we go. I do not write sports romances. Yes, okay. I was so worried I would get that wrong, but thank goodness. 2024 has the potential to be a politically thing year. Yes, yes. Are you running for political office, Richard? If you are, good luck. I'm not saying I'm going to vote for you. We'll have to see what your manifesto is. You know, what are you manifesting? Yes, he is. I think Richard is trying to stir things up. Okay, cool. We are nearly at 4:30, so I think we should probably do a sprint. I'm thinking not 30 minutes because that'll probably take us a little long. But let's do a 20-minute sprint, and then we can kind of reassess over here. 20-minute sprint. So yeah, come on, Richard. The Halo's not fooling anyone. Imagine, I think I can imagine that, and I might imagine it so much that it makes its way into a story I might write. It might be like the prime minister or the candidates, or I don't know, presidential candidate might be called Richard Holiday. No, it probably won't be Richard Holiday. It might be Rich Holly. That's how original is that? Rich Holly running for president. As duly elected president of the world. Yes, exactly. Census age. So Emma says, "Oh yes, census age out in a few months." Ballet romance. Oh dear, ban those sprints. No, we're gonna have sprints. Sprints is my kofifi. Ah dear. No, we're doing a sprint. Doing a sprint. Okay, what I'll do is we'll do a 15-minute sprint, just to keep things moving. 15 minutes. Okay, so I'm listening to the people here. Okay, I'm taking input from the people, and I'm actively implementing it. Okay, here we go. 15 minutes. I'll see you guys in 15. Okay, and if you don't mind, hug that like button like koalas hug trees, please. Thank you. See you in 15. Okie dokie. Right. That was the final sprint. So let's just pause that. What do we get up to? Ooh, that's a lot of chat, which is cool. Thank you. I think we stopped here at graphics with Emma. And yeah, I do not write sports romance is correct. Oh, sorry. We went 20-minute sprint. My fellow Americans and then RC stirring up staff. Oh dear. I get you on your tippy toes. No, in your dreams exactly. As my first act of president, I'm abolishing Congress, the Senate, Federal Reserve. Oh dear. Let me know how that goes. I'll change the banner on that. Where did I go? I feel like I missed something. Okay, here is the story seed. Can you just ban politicians? I don't know if we can actually. It's part of the process, right? Part of the system. Let me see. And I quick. So RC goes and abolishes everything, and then he quits. Lovely. I think Nigel Farage did that. Political fiction is kind of a big deal actually. It's a big niche, So I don't know if anyone likes to write that kind of thing. A winter water nymph lives in the ice at the local ice rink. She is lonely after the elderly Zamboni driver owner dies. Local hockey captain meets her one night after a game and has to save the rink to save the lovely nymph who has been trapped inside for decades. He falls in love with her. When the rink's new owner wants to tear it down to build an outdoor shopping mall, how can the captain get the nymph to safety, or will she fade away like snow in spring? Nice. There we go. So that's a story seed. If anyone would like to try that one, abolish my position. Ah dear. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Is that me, Andrew? Oh, Andrew. You get a lifetime appointment like the SC justices, Supreme Court justice. Really? Oh yeah, those are lifetimes. We don't need to ban them. We just need them to make it not profitable for them. If they only made the median income of the country and limited to 2 terms. Yeah, I don't know how that all works. It's kind of all the career politicians. Yeah, but then I don't know if people feel it was worth their time going into it. I guess it would be because they can still do like the seminar or webinar or lecture circuit. They'll be called to lecture in different places and all that. So that's interesting. Actually, I want to have a look at James Patterson's latest books. James Patterson. Books in order, maybe. Because I do want to read another book, and I haven't read much this year, and I'm kind of looking forward to that. 2024, Alex Cross. Okay, so I need to go to the library and borrow some of these. Anything 2022 and 2023, I'm okay with. I'll probably read them. I'm favoring. I'm favoring. More recent kind of publications because I'm trying to read according to the market currently right now. So we'll see. So Mama says there are politicians in office that have been there since I was. Wow. Actually, there's the same guy. There's one guy in Canada where I am as well. He's been there for like 30 years or whatever. I think he recently lost his position. But yeah, 30 years is not bad, hey? That's actually most impressive. I don't know if I would. No, I don't know. That's what they like to do. There we go. Winter Blunderland. This seems like a children's book. Maybe he's doing children's books now? Anyway, I'm thinking I'm going to try and get one of these if I can. What's this one? James Patterson by James Patterson, Stories of My Life. See, this I would not read because I'm interested in writing a military spy action thriller, and this would not be it, you know? But everything else I might read. Maybe not this one. This looks like a children's book, really. That probably wouldn't be it. But yeah, let's see. Actually, yeah, I will try and take a screenshot of this. So yeah, I'm going to take a screenshot of that so that I can go and look them up the local library later. It's really important. Other Laura says, hold on, I'm getting distracted. oh yeah, hold on. Other Laura says, isn't there a picture of Justin Trudeau cuddling a panda? Is there? Really? I had no idea. We should find out because Google knows everything. Justin Trudeau panda. Panda photo. Haha. You are correct. That is, yeah. But that was ages ago, 2016. Wow. Look at those sweet, cute pandas. They're still very little. Those are not full-grown pandas at all. Oh, yeah, that's true. That is true. There are some less flattering ones, shall we say. Yeah. Anyway, so I need to get a new book because the one I've been reading, it's by Mick Herron. Mick Herron, and it's called Bad Actors. I just could not get into it. Yeah, this one, no. It just really turned me off, actually. Just not me. So Michael asks, are you familiar with Metal Gear Solid? That's the first thing I think of when I think of political fiction. No, I'm not. I'm not very well read, actually. I am very poorly read. I don't know a lot of things. I wish I were better read, but I'm just not. You know, there we go. Let's see. I don't know. I'm trying my best, is what I would say, and I have a limited resource, and the resource of limitation is time, because I have other things to do as well, right? So, I'm gonna do what I can. And Richard says you should have started with book one in the series. No, I don't really like. I know when I read something that's in a series, I'll just accept that there are things I don't know, and it's not really my thing. Metal Gear Solid is a video game. Sorry, I didn't know that. Yeah, I didn't even know that. And he's showing his age. I'm pretty old relative to a lot of people in the AuthorTube community, but I'm not like the oldest or something. I am below 70 because other Laura kind of had a age range. I think it went between 30 and 70. So I can confirm I am between 30 and 70. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I think we should not be guessing my age. It's probably a bit late for that. So yes, I don't know if you guys read this one, Mick Herron, or do you guys read Mick Herron books? I just couldn't get into it, and it's another one I'm not finishing. I think the other one I read was by a female author. I can't remember her name now. Lucy something. Lucy Foley. Yes, it was Lucy Foley, and I think I read the guest list. I think it was the hunting party or the guest list. I read one of these and then I decided I got the other one. So I got both of these. I read one of them and did not finish the other because yeah, it was basically the same story essentially. It wasn't the same story, but it was kind of the same. It's a similar kind of outline. Yeah, I'm not sure. And that was the other one I did not finish. If it's too similar, I find there is. So I'm reading, trying to get more information on how I can improve, right? And what can I say? It's just not that wasn't going to improve much for me. Yeah. Oh, a cool guy. Welcome, welcome. I'm new here. I don't know what's going on. Hey, we're just so what happens on these Sunday sprints? It's basically I just chat about stuff. Sometimes there are guests, sometimes there aren't. We do a sort of sprint, a work writing productivity sprint. So you're welcome to do whatever you want. You can write, you can read, you can do work, whatever you want to do, or you can do self care if you'd like to do that. You can have a shower or something. That's fine. We do that for some time, 15 minutes, half an hour, something like that, and then we go to a break like now. And basically the break is when I talk or when our guests are talking. So thank you for being here, a cool guy. Very good to have you here. Thank you, thank you. Michael, Andy, I can confirm I'm between 30 and 70. Hey, would you prefer a bigger age range? I can confirm I'm between 0 and 100. I practically gave you my age right here. Um, you know, yeah. Can we narrow it between 31 and 69? Oh dear. Other Laura. Yes, Emma, behave. Behave. It is still family friendly over here. Um, so let's see. Richard is such a bad influence. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I just thought it might be his age. Rudd and Rude. Paul Rudd. I was thinking Paul Rudd as well, actually. Someone give Emma a mum face. Yeah, I think Paul Rudd is he's kind of popular with people. I don't know why. Apparently he's famous. So this is Paul Rudd. And there's a meme actually, because Paul Rudd does not age. I don't know if anyone's seen this. Yeah, see, it's something like this. Basically, he doesn't age. And there was one with, I think it was Doctor Strange, where Paul Rudd doesn't age and he's going to teach me. I don't know if you guys seen that one. Let's see if I can find it. No, I don't think it's probably going to take me a while to find it. But look at that. Like, he really hasn't really changed much. He's got the young gene, I think. It's very cool, actually. This chat is full of old people. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I think I am definitely on the older side, but it depends on what old means to you, a cool guy. But yeah, I'll give you that for sure. This chat is full of old people. How old is Paul Rudd? I think he's 50s now, 50 something, 52. I think. I don't know. How old is Paul Rudd? I got no idea. Paul Rudd wiki. I don't know. We're gonna have to find out somehow. Born in 1969. So let's see. It's 2024 minus 1969. So he's 55. 55. There we go. Cool old people. Posh, but no, Emma is lovely. Come on, be nice. Why do you have to put old there? Everything was going fine until you put old. Ay, ay, ay. Emma is beautiful as she is. You don't need to put posh old bird there. She's fine. Yeah, I did. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said it. I didn't realize until I was there. Oh, thank you, Emma. It's nice of you. Okay, cool. We got about 3 minutes left. We discovered Paul Rudd's age is 55. So there we go. But he really does look similar to when he was younger. He hasn't, obviously he's aged a little bit, but he's still relatively young looking, I think. And yes, I love Emma too. Yes, thank you, Emma. Thank you, Richard, for being nice. Yes, thank you. And that's the rule. Don't lie in Andy's chat. Richard says, Ben Pick taught me to say nice things to every time I see that number. Really? Is that, did he hypnotize you or something? That is kind of saucy. It really is. Other Laura and proper Laura. Don't know what to do with you guys. I don't know what to do. Let's see. Okie dokie. We are a couple of minutes just before 5. I think we can call it a night. Let's call it a night, actually. And yes, Ben Pick is nice. He's pretty cool. I don't have a link, but if anyone has a link, feel free to drop a link to Ben's channel, Running to Right. So, excuse me. Oh, I got a frog in my throat. Oh, internet blinked, power blinked, and the internet probably went off. Sorry about that, Maggie. It happens sometimes. Richard loves that. He does. I think he does. I think there's like something going on. Is there anything you would like to confess, Richard? You're welcome to confess it now. Yes, thank you for that link to Ben's YouTube channel, Running to Right. Ben Pick does some good videos, and also, yeah, he's cool. He's been on channel as well, so I'm thinking maybe we should try and get him on the channel next week or next month. I don't know. No, thank you. You are very well. Oh, yeah. Okay. So you have. So is this you basically saying you have kissed? That's why you're not telling. We need more clarification, Richard. Yeah, let us know. Let us know what's going on with that. I'm very keen to know. Okay, cool. I think we've just hit 5 o'clock, so we are gonna call it a day. And unless Richard wants to confess something right now, I doubt he is. He's not gonna kiss and tell. He's not gonna kiss and tell, but he has suggested he may have kissed. I don't know. What do you guys think? Okay, thanks. Time to end the stream. Yes, it is time to end the stream because it's just hit 5 o'clock. Thank you everyone for being here. Thanks, Michael, for being here. Thanks everyone for being here. Hopefully you guys have a great week, a great Sunday ahead, and hopefully I'll see you on Wednesday. Wednesday is 4 to 6 Eastern time. There's usually a video on Fridays, and then Sundays like today will be 3 to 5 p.m. Eastern time. So, yeah, hopefully I'll see you guys on Wednesday or Sunday and maybe catch you on a video. Until next week, have yourself a good Sunday and a good week ahead. Take care, everyone. Bye.